What is going on, guys? Welcome to the show. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than it has ever been in our universe mode. This is going to be an actual tournament inside of universe mode for the king and then later on the queen of the ring. The crazy thing about the whole thing, 8 people get to enter. So this is more like, and we talked about this a little bit, but more like the traditional style King of the Ring, kind of the thing that we wanted to get to. Last year, we entered over 120 participants to get to the King of the Ring. This year, it all happens tonight. The King of the Ring will be crowned tonight. And when we do, the Queen of the Ring, that will be done in one night as well. Now, one of the cool things about a tournament like this very, very specifically, you're not really going to be putting in the world champions. You're not going to be putting on these guys that are on this great run. The King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring kind of traditionally trying to give some of the wrestlers, whether they're newcomers, maybe they stumble along the way, who knows what happened, but try to give those guys a chance to get things rolling. And that is what we have a mix of here tonight. Now, you can see in match 1, we're going to have Raymond Jones, newcomer, taking on Milkman. Milkman making his debut here in Season 7, but I always thought that Milkman would be our world champion one day. That has yet to come to fruition. The brand new, newly named, same guy, Sean Sanders, will be facing off against newcomer Miguel Morales. Again, a couple of new guys. I thought Jake Plague would take off and do the thing. Hasn't done it. Chillivok and Jake Plague facing off. And then Andrew Dubs and Rated R2K. What's interesting about both of these guys, they kind of went up, started to climb the mountain, and then they get stuck at a point, but it's not like they slide back, but they're not moving forward. So those are the 8, and you can see we don't know who is going to advance, so we don't know the last 3 matches of the night. But let's go ahead and get this thing started. Now, patch 1.11 came out, and so we're going to see. We've been doing a lot of testing to see how that worked out. Trip was amazing. I came back. I'm a little sick. I'm a little sick right now, but I think we'll be okay.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Wolfpack from Raleigh, North Carolina, weighing in at 274 pounds, Raymond Jones!
But yeah, Trip was absolutely amazing. Now a member of the Wolfpack, Raymond Jones, making his way down to the ring right now. One of the larger wrestlers in the King and Queen of the Ring in this particular match. We've got a lot of people. I'm excited, really excited about the Queen of the Ring. I have been going through, checking out some of the movesets for some of the characters. We've actually created more characters, but I've been checking out some of the movesets for the people we created, and there were some flaws and some things in some of those movesets that we have gone back through and fixed, like Repentia, for instance.
His opponent, representing the Maniacs from parts unknown, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Milkman!
Brand new look for Milkman. I'm telling you, you can look at Milk and kind of see that he's been a little pissed off, started kind of putting on a little bit of weight, kind of bulking up a little bit, not really caring how things are going, coming down to the ring tonight looking like the maniac that he is. So this is going to be a really interesting match when you look at brand new guy, and then you've got Milkman. Milkman has been around since the end of Season 1, so he has been in the Maniacs with SC Jumpman for quite some time. Both those guys have a very similar look when they're in the ring together, but not right now. What is going on? Brady, welcome to the stream, brother. So, young, hungry guy, older, hungry guy also. And Milkman, no small guy. Hasn't been a small guy in our universe in a long time. So, coming out, kind of his own look going on this year. Kind of the who gives a crap look. But will that translate into better wrestling? We will definitely have to wait and see what that does. Whoever can come away tonight, which one of these 8 guys can come away tonight as our 2025 King of the Ring? Kind of a huge step in the right direction. You know that the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring will have a title match. Not necessarily a world title match, but some kind of a title match in every single pay-per-view that we do for the next 5 to 6 pay-per-views. So it's a big deal. It can get careers turned around. It can get careers started, and it can get them jump-started. So definitely check that out. Also, we got goals up in the chat. Make sure you check out the goals for the tickets. But you're looking at the Wolfpack right now. You're looking at Angel, kind of a former world champion. You're looking at Jakai, and it's no wonder Raymond Jones goes with these 2 guys, the current and former world champion in the TCW, so not a bad crowd to learn from. But Milk having his own things to prove right now, too. Wanting to prove that he could have been and should have been a world champion by now. And you kind of look at SC Jumpman, too, kind of in that same boat. Wasn't sure that that was ever going to be his trajectory, but definitely has the talent. Definitely could have won the world title in these last 7 seasons. Is that going to be in either one of the cards for either one of the wrestlers? Raymond Jones, though, right now showing you, trying to vie for that Rookie of the Year spot. We've got a couple newcomers in this tournament. Can one of those guys step up? We saw Matt Storm do it last year. Can somebody do it this year? Guys, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share the video. Probably the most important thing anybody in the chat can do right now. Share the video. Probably the most important thing I could do right now is share the video. I need to start taking my own advice. Now, you're going to notice my voice having a little bit of issues with it right now. Feeling a lot under the weather, but still needing a chance to get out and get this stuff done. So, oh, here we go. First pin right here. 1. And kind of another interesting thing that's going on right now as well. We're kind of doing some things to test out some sliders right now inside Universe mode, and it is happening right here. And look at that, Milkman, quick. Jumping out to a quick win right there over Raymond Jones. You look at some of these guys like Milkman, like an Andrew Dubbs. They have been around for quite a few seasons. So when you start looking at that, you start seeing the stuff going on there. You get in the ring with Milk, and that is not just like jumping in the ring with anybody. So you made it into the tournament. You got noticed by management. You can definitely hang your hat on that moving forward. Now, Sammy Shaw changes his name to Sean Sanders. Will be facing off right now against Miguel Morales.
one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Assassins from the bottomless pit, weighing in at 244 pounds, Sean weighing in at 228 pounds, Michael Morales!
Now, you know, we talked about it. We said, okay, this and that has happened. You know, we come out. It's patch point 1.11. You think it'd be 1.10, right? Because it's patch 1.09 before? No. Not in the world of 2K. It's patch 1.11. The crazy thing, though, about the patch and the patch updates, you can put a tattoo on anybody you want, but once you leave that character, it stays on the character but disappears from the screen, so you can't go back and do anything. So I was going through when the patch dropped, I updated, and the next thing you knew, I couldn't continue to fade out everybody's tattoos. So yeah, there was that. What's going on, Beast? Welcome to the stream. He is the Spanish God indeed. So it's kind of funny in a match like this, you're looking at some guys that look to be the same height, but Miguel gives up about 20 pounds, 25 pounds to Sean Sanders. So Sean Sanders in the heavyweight division, but still, when you look at what he does, he actually is quite a nimble. He's a lighter heavyweight, but still pretty nimble for a heavyweight. And this is one of those things where you start looking at the Predator, Sean Sanders, that he is typically in the tag team division. So it's one of those things where you get these tag team wrestlers and they get used to where they can go balls to the wall. They can do everything because at any time they can go tag their partner in. Once their tank starts running low, they go over, they tag in their tag partner. And so sometimes it's hard for those wrestlers to have it translate into the singles. But Miguel Morales has been in the singles division for quite some time. Maybe not in the TCW for quite some time, but it's been in the singles. So does he have that advantage where Sean right now has got the advantage of the size? Miguel's probably got a little speed advantage. But does Miguel have the advantage of knowledge in a singles match? And you can see Miguel right now using the entire ring, and that is what you got to do against a heavyweight. What is going on, El Grande? Welcome to the stream. That has got to be the Lord. If it's not, it should be. So Miguel right now controlling the pacing of this match. You know, we talk about it quite a bunch in the TCW. Controlling the pacing of the match. That is what will get you these wins. Sean Sanders right now, it might be one of these things where he came out a little hard, came out a little bit fast. Miguel setting up for something else, but look at that. Sean getting it turned back around, but eats. That is some abdominal workout right there. Eats that kick right to the gut. And even though you've seen Miguel doing some things, you cannot let Sean get his hands on you, because it does not take long for Sean Sanders to catch back up. That is why they call him the Predator. But again, you're looking at a couple things right there. You don't see a lot of heavyweights doing that. Again, on the lighter end of the heavyweight side. Always top secret. I should have known. El Grande Briticano and El Grande Americano. No idea who any of those guys are. And Sean Sanders trying to put an end to it right now. Hooks the leg. 2. And Miguel Morales kicking out in 2. But I just got done telling you it is not going to take a long time for Sean Sanders to catch back up again. A heavyweight trying to take it up to the top rope. What is he going to do off of here? A shotgun kick to the chest. Take 2 feet, call him in the morning. But Miguel still able to kick out of his finisher. But he's got to get back to his feet. He's got to find a way to get away from Sean Sanders. Get away from the Predator. Create a little bit of distance. And look, the Predator trying to slow things down a little bit. What's going on? Prime time. Welcome to the stream. Sean Sanders now hooking the leg. 2, 3. And this could be one of those things. This could be one of those things. You know, we talked about the younger guys, and then we talked about the older guys. You look at the Predator kind of right in between right now, having a chance to kind of show out a little bit. And we're going to look at Miguel's, talk to his trainer, look at his moveset a little bit more here in the near future. Haven't had a chance to do that yet, but that will be coming up. So right now we know Milkman and we know the Predator both advancing in this highly anticipated King of the Ring tournament. Now, depending on how fast or how slow this goes, we might jump right into the Queen of the Ring. We got a lot of singles matches. They're all singles matches, so right now, going along at a pretty good clip. Might even get the Queen of the Ring in as well. We will have to see.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the NWO from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 205 pounds, the unpredictable Chillivok!
Hey, too, really appreciate you supporting the channel like that. Prime time means a lot. You know, I look back, I've got over 590 hours in this game. 590 hours in the game. So if you were looking at that, and you just said, for instance, I wonder how many working days that is. That's 73 and 3, basically 74 working days in this game. Just 8-hour days. So the support like that ends up meaning a lot. Like, I really appreciate that. My wife is like, why don't you focus more on this? I'm like, because I enjoy doing a lot of things, so it means a lot. What is going on, Frost? Welcome to the stream. Beast, you're doing pretty good. Coming along. Definitely coming along.
From Avalon, weighing in at 273 pounds, Jake.
Jake Plague, another one. We talked about Milkman kind of being on the verge. Jake Plague, another one kind of on that verge. So we will have to see who can advance to round 2. But just the fact, when you look at which 8 guys are in these matches, that is 8 guys chosen out of a possible 65 guys. So it's a big deal. And I said it about Jakai too, and I'll say it about Miguel. Big things are coming, and now you look at Jakai. Jakai is our current world champion. Did it pretty fast too, to be fair. When he got in, first probably 5-10 matches did not go so well. Then we got Jakai dialed in, and from there things started going a lot better, and now ipso facto, presto changeo, oopsie daisy, here we go. Jakai is the TCW world champion. When Jay Savage came, Jay Savage said he's the best jobber on the planet. Now he is the universal champion. So, plenty of stuff going on out there, you know what I mean? But look at both of these guys going back and forth. Jake Plague doing his thing, but Chillivok trying to negate the big guy size, and we're going to find the same thing just like we had with Miguel and Sean Sanders. It does not take the Plague long to spread throughout the ring, you know what I mean? So Chili really has to find a way to get in control of this match, control the pacing. It doesn't have to be a fast pace. It can be if he thinks he can smoke them out. If he thinks he can burn down his stamina, yeah, maybe it's got to be a fast-paced match. But what has to happen is he has got to get in control of the match. But I think we've seen before where guys try to smoke Plague out and you can't do it. Plague's got quite the gas tank for being a big guy. And you can see it almost every single turn. Chillivok starts to get it turned around. And Jake just kind of stops it. And that is not the place you want to be at. Chili, though, fighting through it. What is going on? Eagle Star, welcome to the stream. And Chili getting things turned back around. But look at this. Jake, oh, and it looks like they finally fixed that. Not a bad deal there. And Chili having to get out of the way. Having to get out of what is going on there. And now goes and rolls up the leg. And you can see Jake kind of went out and was going a little bit fast, and all of a sudden Jake slows it down a little bit. Trying to get some distance. I wasn't sure what he was trying to do, but look at these big overhand chops, and that does a lot more damage than you think when you look at the height of Jake, at the height of how far that hand is coming down. Rolls up the leg, 1, 2. And Chillivok reaching over. Jake can't even believe it. He's like, what? He thought he had it won. He wasn't feeling him kick out. Thought he had the whole thing won, and I think Totes trying to distract the referee. Referee, though, not being distracted. Will Chillivok tap out? We've seen Jake tap people out here, but Chili still fights through it. Hooks the leg again. He won't be able to reach the ropes. And Jake Plague coming away with the win here tonight. Now, I've seen 3 matches.
Here's your winner, Jake.
And they said they fixed the slider issue, but I don't think they did. But that is not going to stop us from doing what we're doing right now. 3 guys advancing on to the next round. And Jake Plague, Sean Sanders, and Milkman. So now we're coming down where, you know, Chili kind of knew, Miguel kind of knew, Raymond Jones kind of knew, Milkman kind of owed, Sean kind of in between, Jake Plague, another kind of in between, but these next 2 have been around for a hot minute. So now Dub's a little bit longer than Rated R2K, but which one of them is going to be able to come out on top? And it's very interesting, too. We have got quite the crop of incoming talent. You look at, like, the likes of Frost Freeman, The Beast, Jameson Emerald. Like, there's a lot of talent. Miguel Morales, obviously. Raymond Jones. Johnny C. So we've got a lot of incoming talent right now. And I would say it's almost harder to break into the women's division than it is even to break into the men. Yeah, there are fewer women. However, there's some of those women in there that are highly established right now.
And his opponent from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 263 pounds, the Violator, RTK!
So R2K making his way down to the ring, getting things ready to go. Kind of a new look to R2K this year. Same size here as he has always been. So he kind of popped up into the heavyweight category, but only by a few pounds. So we saw him kind of that mid-light heavyweight, and then we saw by the end of the year he started to put on a little bit of bulk. Then into 2K25, put in a little bit more bulk. So and that's the danger that you run into as a wrestler. When you start putting on this bulk, maybe you put it on a little bit too quick, but what will happen is you'll get used to maybe being able to come off the top rope and make it out kind of to the mid-ring. But the more weight you put on, the less you're likely to make it out that far. So you start losing a little bit of your speed, a little bit of your agility. You're gaining strength maybe. Or even when it goes the other way, you start looking at guys that start leaning up a little bit and start getting whatever. Well, now all of a sudden they can go a little bit farther. They are a little bit faster. They got a little bit more agility. And as that happens over time, you got to get used to it. It will change the way you wrestle. Like if you're used to bouncing off the ropes a certain way, when you're coming off those ropes later and maybe you're coming off with a little more power, or maybe you're not coming off with the power that you once had. So you really start looking at your moveset, how it's going to work and how to make it work for your guy. R2K taking Dub, slamming him down in the middle of the ring. Dubso sees it coming. Gets that spun back around, whips R2K into the ropes. And what goes down and up has got to come up, down, and around. R2K trying to get out of the way, though. The Gunner taking it right upside his head right there, however, and Dubs trying to establish, and this is something that the TWO does quite a bit and quite well, even though R2K trying to turn it around there. Dubs taking that right to the shin and staying in control of the match. Now, you got to start wondering, you got to start worrying a little bit. Dubs has R2K over in that corner, and at any time he can hit him with the Japnadian Destroyer. So this time, though, R2K says, not having it, buddy. Went to the well one too many times, and Dub says he likes the well. Well water's good for you, high in iron, high in nutrients. R2K getting that reverse chin lock on Dubs, getting right back up. And I was going to say, Dubs kind of set up right here. And that is a bad spot to be, but it's like these two guys have wrestled in other promotions. They know each other very well. And right now, going back and forth, reversing each other's moves. And R2K able to kick out in two. So that last clothesline, you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, well, a lot of power. But if you just reverse those rolls and R2K hit Dubs with that, that would be pretty devastating. R2K getting back up to his feet. Dubs getting him up on his shoulders. Oh, boot upside his head. He took the boots upside his head. Flips him around, gives him the old knee shot. Right now, a little cat and mouse, a little rat and mouse maybe, a little rat in the hat going on. But Dubs gets him over in the corner. Thought we might have been seeing something. R2K thought we might have been seeing something as well. Now both men fighting, and that move will not be on R2K ever again. Sometimes you guys sneak them past me, but I'll get that one. And it's not easy, to be fair. It's not like people do it on purpose, but we have what we call protected finishers in the TCW, and that is somebody's finisher, so that can't be on a character other than that one. And wowzers, look at the state of that. Huge powerbomb right there. Goes, rolls him over. Dubsos get back to his feet. Hits him with that. Did he just snatch a victory out of the jaws of defeat? No! R2K able to kick out in two. And it feels like Dubs might be trying to set him up for the thing, but R2K has not allowed it to happen as of yet. Dubs taking him over to the corner. R2K understanding what is going on right here. picks him up and drops him right down on his chest. Now trying to deliver the elbow. Dubs getting out of the way, delivering a reverse elbow of his own. And Dubs now trying to get it locked in. Is R2K going to tap out? He doesn't tap, but he couldn't get out of it. Dubs letting R2K up. And you got to start thinking, how much does either one of these guys got left in the tank? And that makes it all over but the crying. Now, one of the unique things that we didn't talk about.
The innovator, Andrew Dubb.
One of the unique things that we did not talk about. Hey, still a 4-star match in the singles match is out of control. But one of the things that we didn't talk about, the damage does carry over to every single round. So that might have took it right out of Dubs. Guys, we're going to have a quick intermission before we get started with round 2. A quick 5 minutes. Be right back.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Maniacs from parts unknown, weighing in at 272 pounds, Milkman! Representing the Assassins from the bottomless pit, weighing in at 244 pounds, Prime Time, Sean Sanders!
You wouldn't even believe it if I told you everything. Like when I started the thing, I was off the phone. This is the life of a realtor. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, you see what's going on here, and I'm kind of shocked. Milkman went back in the back, put on his tag team outfit, and said, this is how we do it. This is how we do. Na 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 na. This is how we do it. It's Thursday night. Sean Sanders is getting all fired up with Milkman, kind of on the west side. And look at the absolute state of that. Takes it. Yeah, I know, I couldn't even believe it. Like, I hit it, and then it was like, no, you're not ready, man. You're not ready for it. But I'll tell you who is ready for it. Oh, Milkman, apparently. I was going to say Sean Sanders. Now, what's funny is you look at the state of both of these guys, and you would think, oh, Milkman's way bigger. Yeah, he's bigger as far as probably about 25 pounds. He's taller, but they are both heavyweight wrestlers. Milkman trying to put an end to it right now, and it's like Milkman on a mission. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Milkman getting it done here. I would have, if I had to put money on that. If I had to put money on that, I would have lost my money. It looked like from the beginning to about 3/4 of the way through that match, like Sean Sanders had that one in the bag. It looked like it was all over but the cry, and somehow Milkman turns it around right there at the end. Sean Sanders goes to put his finisher on him, turns it around, and then makes this great comeback. Absolutely crazy. Now, this is going to be another one. You know, we talked about it. Can Andrew Dubs overcome? You know, we look at the beginning. Milkman, a physical match in the beginning, but it wasn't super long. Sean Sanders and Miguel Morales, a lot of back and forth, and Sean Sanders took a lot of damage in that first match, and that probably contributes to what happens in the second match. Now, Jake Plague and Andrew Dubs just got done putting on a banger. How much more banging does Jake Plague have in him?
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Avalon, weighing in at 273 pounds. Jake.
You got the Bay of Iffy, and then you got the other Bay. You got to tell him, you got to make a choice, buddy. You're either in or you're out. You either get to watch amazing entertainment or you get over there and you get to work. Not having it. Now, right now, you're looking at him, and Jake Plague at least trying to play it off a little bit, like he ain't wore out.
And his opponent, representing the NWO from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, weighing in at 237 pounds, the innovator, Andrew Dubs.
Now, this is another one of those things where somehow the King of the Ring has always been held back from a group like the TWO, a group like the NWO, or any other large faction. You go back and you look at some other things. Our very first Queen of the Ring was Aussie. Now Aussie goes on to be one of the greatest champions in the TCW. Definitely one of the greatest female wrestlers. So you start looking at what a title like this can do, what a title like a King of the Ring or a Queen of the Ring can do, and it's a big deal. Now, I thought that we would have time to also have the Queen of the Ring tonight. That is going to have to be the next episode, and that next episode will be as early as tomorrow morning. Oh, Dubs and Plagues mixing it up right there. And this is going to be the first time, because of the nature of this thing, where we are going to see some wrestlers wrestle. We've seen some wrestle 2 times, but we have never seen anybody wrestle 3 times. And right now, Milkman and the winner of this match will be facing off. 3 matches in one night. Quite the work to put in to become the king of the ring, but absolutely worth it. If you win King of the Ring and can't start making it, you got problems. Yeah, I think big things coming for Sean Sanders too. I think big things coming for everybody that is in this tournament right now. Like, there is a reason for it. And hopefully we'll be able to do something too after the championship match. I'd like to show you guys some of the stuff we've been working on. Doing quite a bit of work, to be fair. I've got an arena that is going to blow your mind. I can't believe I didn't figure out how to do it until last night. I just thought about it. Kept me up pretty late. Wait till you see. Oh, never mind. You can almost see Vanessa LeVay, Jay Savage, and Totes McGoats on the wall outside the arena, on that outside wall right there. But I've got another arena, and all of our arenas are going to start having our actual characters in them. Unreal. But look, these guys both. I got the match wrong. I mean, Chillivok and Jake were fighting, and Dubs and Rated R2K were the ones that put on the banger. And R2K really trying to stay in control of the match. Like, really trying to make sure he doesn't take an absolute beating in this match, because he just got done taking one in the last match. And it'd be awful easy to take a beating in this one, you know what I mean? But look at this, getting it turned back around, picking it up, and gotta take that away from Dubs too. That is Sam's finisher. Jake Plague was going to put him on it. Instead, Dubs turning it back around, getting back in charge of this match, hooking it in. I'm going to tell you what, too, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to start seeing some of the ladies fight. The ladies' division is almost complete. Rapencha is about to be on another level. There was a huge flaw in her moveset, a huge flaw, like unbelievable. Unbelievable I didn't catch it, and when I fixed it, the testing has not gone well for her opponents. 1, 2. Now remember, these guys, it's not like they're just facing each other. This is match 2, and that is how it goes. Their stamina is not completely replenished too. And Jake able to kick out in 2. And you know, we talked about Milkman being on. But it looks like right now Dubs is also a man on a mission. Wanting to find a way to get to Chap Nadia. Japnanada. Try to come up with a cool name for that. Can Pan. Canada Pan. Look at that. Look at the side. Oh, see, you can't see it. If it flips it back around, Vanessa LeVay standing in between Jay Savage and Totes McGoats, the actual characters. I'm probably more excited than any of you guys are about that. Dubs, though, like trying to take a quick break, then getting right back outside. And look, you can 100% win this entire tournament on a count out. Now, double count out's going to make it hard. Look at the damage done to the ring post. The digital display on the ring post damaged. Looks like that's about the height of Dubs' face, but I could be wrong. That could have been the mohawk of Jake Plague. I wonder how Jake Plague's doing. Haven't seen Jake around in a while. I haven't seen him in the comments section in a hot minute, but Dubs is like, look, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. Does not let Jake get away with it. Flips that around, sets him up. Is this, oh, trying to get him in position for the Canapanada Destroyer. I'm going to come up, Canapanada right now is about the coolest thing I've said all night. Whips him into the corner. Is this going to, oh, Jake fights through it. Continues to fight through it, and Rotro SpaghettiOs. Shaggy better get out the Scooby Snacks. This one might be over. 1, 2, and somehow Andrew Dubs of the TWO kicks out. Yeah, we are not worthy. And now it's like Jake Plague is the one on the mission. Every time Dubs tries to get it turned back around, the Mohawk sensation himself does not allow it to happen. But 1, 2, 3 times a clothesline. Just happened. And them TWO tactics starting to come out. Starting to make their presence felt. And, oh, you hear the crowd calling for Dubs to finish it. Rolls the leg. 2, 3, and Dubs somehow comes away with a victory.
Here is your winner, the innovator, Andrew Dubs.
You know, that's got to be something. And again, in the same tournament, the same night, Andrew Dubs puts on another 4-star match. You got to be kidding me. I don't know how he's going to survive, but right now we, one way or the other, are going to crown the King of the Ring. What is going on, JW Caliber? Welcome to the show. Dubs made it just in time to watch the crowning ceremony. Whoever wins this will be the TCW 2025 King of the Ring. And then you got to wonder, how's Milk going to come out? He's coming out in 2 different outfits now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Maniacs from parts unknown, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Milkman!
Milkman, though, coming out in his tag team attire again. And I don't think it's a coincidence when we look back at it. Now, it could have gone a completely different way. We have seen Matt Storm. He came in, had an opportunity kind of as a rookie, has this amazing moment, propels him to the World Championship. So that's always very possible. But super, super rare. Now you take the two veterans, the two oldest veterans in our universe mode with Milkman and Andrew Dubbs. I'm just saying, I don't think it's a coincidence that those two that have been around the longest found a way to make their way down to the ring. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a oopsies that it's these two guys that are in this situation. You know what I mean?
And his opponent, representing the NWO from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, weighing in at 237 pounds, the innovator, Andrew Dubbs.
So that is the amazing thing. Now, we have seen with the NWO totes make it to here and lose. Can Andrew Dubbs change the stars right there? Can Andrew Dubbs become the first person from a major faction to win King of the Ring? Well, not if Milk has anything to say about it. Milk comes out. Super huge boot right there. And Milk not doing a body good right there, you know what I mean? But Dubbs trying to get it turned around. Now you look at both these guys. Milkman in a 2.5-star match. Then you look at his next match at 3 stars. But you look at Dubbs. Oh, the referee said shame, shame. She knows Dubbs' name. Dubbs trying to... And I don't even blame them. You look at the size difference of these guys. We've been like, oh, this guy's about 25 pounds different. No, this guy's about whatever. These guys, they are about 50, 60 pound size difference right here. But that has not stopped Milk yet. Didn't stop him against Plague. Didn't stop him against R2K. No, R2K and Dubbs about the same size. But if Dubbs pulls this off, all Dubbs has been fighting is heavyweights. And this is one of the larger ones we have. Obviously, but Dubbs staying in control now, doing the things that he needs to do. And Milk trying to get it turned back around. And I wouldn't even think these guys would be able to go for as long as they've gone thus far. Especially Andrew Dubbs. Dubbs been in all kinds of matches. Dubbs single-handedly going to try to get himself 12 stars here tonight. And not even having a big break, and like no rest, but the commercial break in between his second and third match. So Dubbs really trying to rely on the old cardio, but you had to know these guys, knowing that they were going into this, had probably been training this way, had probably been trying to simulate what it would be like to put themselves in the best situation they could. So picks him up right there, dropped him on his head. And only a 1 count. And that's the thing that's kind of got me a little shocked, that not even the 2 counts going right now. Milk whipping Dubs over into the corner. Oh, Milk sneaking in the back door. Trying to get that good loving from Mama right there. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And Dubs finds a way to kick out again. And Rot-Row. Dubs catches the foot, spins him around, flips him down. Almost like he's kneading the dough, you know what I mean? Like kneading the bread, making the bread, kneading the dough. Thought he might have tried to go for the pin right there, but doesn't. Milk now trying to turn it back around, and what is Milk doing? Milk setting up for it in the corner. That was a big overhand right. Oh, and now the chops. Dubs, though, has managed to stay on his feet. Now trying to turn it around, trying to get the win. Picks Milk up, knocks him throat into the ropes. Oh, and he locks it in. Is Milk going to tap out? Does not tap out. Dubs lets him up, however. And Milkman still fighting through. Take 2 feet. Call Milk in the morning. Oh, right on the old coccyx. If they both would have did it, it would have been coccygy. The plural for coccyx. Look, I'm just telling you, I also like to educate. You know what I mean? We don't just eviscerate, we also educate. And, what? I have never seen that move reversed. I've seen people get out of the way of the move, but never seen it reversed. I don't think Dubs has ever had it reversed. 1, 2, 3, and Andrew Dubs comes away your 2025 King of the Ring.
Here is your winner, the innovator, Andrew Dubs.
Andrew Dubs pulling off a big win in the very first tournament style King of the Ring, and almost hit the 4 stars again. But still a 3.5 star match. Like, you can't even make that up. That is absolutely out of control. Milkman makes his debut in 2025. Almost wins the King of the Ring, but Dubs there to stop that, come away with a crazy good match. And yeah, right there, wrestling royalty, earns old Totes a trophy, crown a new King and Queen of the Ring in Universe Classic or Superstar mode. Trophy it up, I'll take it. Holy Moses. So, we will have the King of the Ring tomorrow. But something, let's just look. Yeah, earns his shot. Now, we know what we do. We do things a little bit different. Like, yeah, there's SummerSlam, yeah, there's whatever, but that's not quite how we do it. Dubs will get a title shot at every single pay-per-view for the next 5 pay-per-view events. That's how we do it. So, that's what being the King and the Queen of the Ring means. Now, just so you can see, not everybody is eligible for King or Queen of the Ring. Matter of fact, we're not. Like Kelly Kidman could. Oh, interesting. T. Jones. She can, not a former world champion. But see, there's only so many. So very, very, very interesting here. Very, very interesting. Oh yeah, I would definitely go back and clip that for sure. Lana never won the world title either. Technically, neither has Rebecca. She's won the junior world title, but not the world title, so... But you guys get the idea, and then it goes on to the final three. So, we'll come back and figure that out. There's, I think, some things I gotta do to open up a few more people. But, yeah, absolutely amazing. But what I wanted to get to, kind of show you some cool stuff that I've been working on. Wait till you get a load. Like that arena is one thing, but wait till you get a load of this arena. That is King, Queen, Rumble. The Rumble Arena. Check the state of this out. Look at this. That is our characters. Right there in the ring. Like right there. And then you come over here. We got more characters. So we're going to start doing that. These are like our people right here. It takes quite a bit of some finagling, but we have definitely finagled. But yeah, pretty cool. This is going to be our monthly Royal Rumble ring. So every month we will have a Royal Rumble in-game. It'll be every month in-game. And we will have a Royal Rumble. So that'll be pretty cool. We have been doing some stuff. We got the brand new Brooklyn Jokers. Yeah. We've kind of seen him before. We got the brand new Wade War and Brutus Walters. So Brutus Walters. Not quite done with him yet, but done with his look. Oh, brand new face paint. Now that they fixed the face paint, we got brand new face. Look at the state of that. That is freaky. New look for GC Rock since you guys weren't fans. Oh, this is kind of an interesting one. The new look of Diamond Santos. There's some people that got some new face paint, some new whatever. That I like this Diamond Santos way better. And then it just wouldn't be a show. There's a lot more to go over, but it just wouldn't be a show without the brand new look of Witcher. Little sneak peek for you. New face scan even. Kind of a thing that will fall in line a little bit with the Wolfpack. So, but yeah, guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. Big shout out to Dubs winning our very first TCW 2025 King of the Ring. So, big shout. It only happens one time a year, so kind of a big deal. But guys, appreciate everything you do. We're going to wrap that up right now. Of course, you figured out why. That is the Bark Squad. But from all of us here at the Totes My Goats Network, to all of you out there, I will see you tomorrow morning with the Queen of the Ring. We'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.